Good morning, everybody. It's Tao at the Forge, and here's the daily review. So let's check things out in the world of Arena. So there's a new workshop here. Let's take a look. I haven't even seen this yet. So looks like historic, since this is a historic enchantment here. It's a popular event. These decks will bring together well-known warriors of the past who are only common in name and not in might. Great things can be achieved through this collective action when focused and aimed in the right direction. So you get to choose one of these event decks. Looks like a burn deck with Kiln Fiend, and then I forget, this is Ancestor's Mask, I think. Aura of Power. Yeah, this is Bogles basically. This is Pauper Bogles. Pauper's Bogles is very, very powerful. Alright, so essentially, what's their Bogle? So they have Pious Wayfarer. Okay, and enchantment enters the battlefield under your control. Target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Okay, so that's the Bogle. Right, you want to get that down, or a Transcendent Envoy. Ideally, you would like to get this Pious Wayfarer down. Heliod's Pilgrim is nice also, and then basically you're just going to try and stack enchantments on these guys and eventually get down. I'm surprised. Well, I guess the other ones are maybe not. There might not be other ones available in Pauper, but yeah, Ancestor's Mask, and I guess there are some in Pauper, but they're not in. They're not in Historic. I actually have this Pauper deck. It's not exactly like this, but Ancestral Mask is actually enormous. Your creature gets +2/+2 for each other enchantment on the battlefield. That's not just yours. That's also your opponent's, right? And then. I guess this one is good because it gives other creatures trample, which means that you can't just be chump blocked, right? So that's okay, I guess. I don't know if I would take necessarily a 3 of those. I might try and give someone like flying or something like that instead, but yeah, overall, I think this would be an interesting one to play. Alright, so let's go back. And this, what is this? So this is... I don't even know. So yeah, it's basically using Kiln Fiend. So opt, silent departure. Okay, yeah, so it's going to try and bounce things back to your opponent's hand. Against trample, shock, burning prophet. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell. Okay, so this is kind of like prowess. And then, yeah, see, that's it. Kiln Fiend can be just devastating. So you put a Kiln Fiend down on turn 2, and then on turn 3 you can start casting like all these instants and sorceries, especially these cheap ones, and then you can start like really pounding your opponent. I think actually these look like they are fairly fairly good decks, a good balance. If you can survive the initial onslaught, and especially if your opponent doesn't have this silent departure, then I think it could be really bad. Right, because it'd be really hard for your opponent to actually deal with your Bogles. Yeah, but pretty much if you are playing this deck, you got to shock your opponent's creature as soon as you get it, like to get rid of it, or else you're going to be in some serious trouble. So it'll be interesting to see which one of these turns out to be the better of the two. I think it could go either way, just depending on what people have here. Alright, let's go back to this. Arena Cube draft is a waste of time. Premier drafted Korea. It's not a waste of time, but I don't think it's a good pick right now. Let's try and flip this. Nope. Attack with 30 creatures. Okay. That's not too hard. Let's go check out the store. Alright, so looks like more card styles. Yeah, come on. Alright, well, yeah, total waste of time. Don't buy card styles. Yeah, it's just not worth it. At least give sleeves or something. Like, come on. Or, like I said, if they gave the card with the card style, then I would consider it. Like, it doesn't have to be a 4 of either. Just give me one of them. Then I would consider it, right? But yeah, other than that, I can't justify that sort of thing. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I would definitely recommend playing this. It's free and lets you play different archetypes. So, I would say go ahead and try it. In fact, let's go try it now. Let's start. I'm going to try this Bogles deck. So, Aura of Power. Okay, back. Aura of Power, submit. Alright, that's weird. I thought I had pressed that. Alright, let's give it a shot. And Alright, wish me luck. We'll see what happens. So what I want to do is get a Bogle down. Hopefully it doesn't die immediately. If my opponent knows what they're doing, they will try and kill it as soon as possible. That's going to be the real trick, is to try and get it to stick. Because typically in Bogles you have hexproof creatures, and in this one you typically don't. Right? So, yeah, in Pauper you typically don't have the hexproof creatures. Or you might, but just not as many. And definitely in this one you don't. Okay, so I've got... I think I have to mulligan this. Okay, so Transcendent Envoy is okay. Yep. So I'm gonna go... man, okay. I guess we'll do this. So I'm gonna put a Blossoming Sands away. Yeah. So we'll throw the Blossoming Sands away. So we'll go turn 1 Blossoming Sands, turn 2 Plains to Transcendent Envoy. And if they are smart, they will kill it, and then I'm just out of the game. But if not, then I guess I'm okay. Okay, hopefully they've got nothing there. Alright, so let's throw out this Transcendent Envoy. If they don't kill it now, then I have actually a chance to... I'll actually have a chance to get this, because I can use Karametra's Blessing to protect it. And then this makes all my aura spells a lot cheaper, so... Alright, but they should try and kill it as soon as possible. Okay, so what is this? Oh, they did not kill it. That is a bad idea. Okay, let's put this out. Okay, because it lets me draw a card. Pious Wayfarer is good, because then I can put something else down. And I can hold up Karametra's Blessing. Alright, so let's swing in and attack. Okay, end turn. Alright, so I think if my opponent... yeah, they're going to play that Kiln Fiend. Alright, that is brutal. So I need to try and find something good. Alright. What does... Yeah, okay. I don't really care about that. Do I kill it? I don't think so. I think I save my protection. So 2/3. I could give it +2/+2 with hexproof, which would make it a 3/4. Yeah, I think it's tempting. It's tempting, but I think actually I don't know. I think I hold off. I can take 2 here. Yeah. Okay, so let's put this training on this guy again. +1/+0 has trample. Okay, yep. I would give it to this guy. Okay, give it to the flyer. Draw a card. Pacifism is really good, so pacify that Kiln Fiend. Okay, put that on the Transcendent Envoy, and we'll just swing for 5. Alright, and yeah, you can't block anyway, so yeah, go ahead. This Burning Prophet is bad to deal with, but it's not as bad as the Kiln Fiend. Kiln Fiend is just brutal with +3/+0. Alright, so then that actually takes that out really good. And I do need to hold up the Karametra's Blessing to hold up, to protect my Transcendent Envoy, because it's kind of like I've got all my eggs in one basket there. Okay, Spellgorger Weird. Alright, so opponent, when you cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Spellgorger Weird. Now I do have the Karametra's Blessing as a protection here. Okay, so, yep, you knew that was coming. Yeah. Alright. Oh, okay, okay. Plus, yep, that is perfect. Okay, yep, and we will fight against the Spellgorger Weird before it gets any bigger. Yep, see you later. That helps a lot, and we will attack. This is the tough thing about this, though, is that like I can outrace my opponent, but there's not a lot that's giving my creature like a lot of toughness boost. Okay, double strike does not have haste. That's okay. All right, and then Okay, so let's throw this in. Gives creatures trample, and gives me a little bit of protection. It's also an enchantment to pump up my Transcendent Envoy. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we'll just attack with that. And then next turn, depending on what happens, I might be lethal. So it just depends. I can take quite a bit of damage from my opponent. Yeah, I don't care about double strike. Like, yeah. Okay, but that's... Oh, okay, he's got another one. I was like, I don't get it. Oh, there we go. There's the win. Ancestral Mask. My opponent's not going to have any blockers for that. And yeah, this is going to make my creature like a 15/15 or something like that. Yeah, opponent's giving me the G's. Yeah, that was a little bit risky, but I think they are actually quite balanced. This deck, the red deck, might be a little creature heavy, and I think that's really what caused them to lose. But yeah, like the Bogles build is pretty good. You just have to be really careful, about not not losing your Bogles, right? But yeah, I mean, how many enchantments are on there? There's like 3 here and 1 there, so it would have been, and this one, so 4. So that would have, and 5 for pacifism. So yeah, it would have been +10/+10. Let's go take a look at the battlefield. So there was like, yeah, 3 enchantments there. This is an enchantment creature. And then, yeah, these guys are not enchantments. But yeah, so there's also pacifism. So there was actually 3, 4, 5 enchantments. So this would have given my creature +10/+10, right? So this would have become a 13/14, right? With flying. So yeah, after that, this creature is pretty much indestructible because against red, they don't have any targeted removal like pacifism did against my Kiln Fiend. Yeah, so I mean, there's not really any way for them to burn them out once they're once they're so huge, and even against the Spellgorger weird, like this Nylea's Forerunner gave it trample, and so even if he had it, then it would have been dead anyways. But I think overall, I still feel like they're pretty balanced. Like this Spell Eater Wolverine is really good with double strike. There's not the problem is there's just no way to actually pump up the creature, right? Taking out this Kiln Fiend was definitely number 1 on the list, though, because Kiln Fiend, right? You like when they have it like 3/4 mana, they can like scry and shock or opt and shock and stuff like that, and then basically put down a whole bunch of things. Give this thing like like +10, and it can easily like hit you for 10 damage, easy, right? So yeah, overall, glad I won. So not a terrible showing. But let me know what you think. Do you guys plan on actually playing these, and which one do you plan on playing? Let's see. So okay, so my reward was 500 gold. All right, I'd rather have gems, but I'll take the gold. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So there you go. Yeah, make sure you play this workshop. Don't buy the card styles. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. See you next video.